Guys, this week's topic is about your coming out story. Obviously, I'm straight, so I don't have a coming out story. So for me, even as a young child, I have never been attracted to women. I've never questioned that. I've never played around with it, tested it, anything like that. So for me, I've always been straight. I've always, I guess, known that I was attracted to men. There was never a question about that. However, growing up, I went to a school and really lived in a county that was predominantly white. So I was attracted to white guys, obviously. But as I have gotten older and become more cultured, met other people, people from all over the world, really, I have become more attracted to people of different nationalities, people who are different than me, versus being attracted to white guys. I know that sounds very judgmental, but it's not. Just a preference, I suppose. So while I can't really relate to a coming out story, I feel like in a way, I have struggles with even, my choices of men, simply for the fact that, like I've mentioned before, my two youngest children are half Mexican. And so oftentimes my friends, my family, whoever, automatically assumes that I'm only attracted to Mexican guys because my most recent boyfriends have both been Mexican. So I think that is a struggle that I have because people automatically, I guess, stereotype me in a way and assume that I'm attracted to a certain type when that's not really the case. I find many guys attractive, not just Mexican guys or white guys or black guys or whatever. And I am thankful that I was raised in a family who is very accepting, and who my mother, she has always supported my brother and my sister and I in anything we do, any of our choices that we make, unless we're making a really stupid one. So, my mom raised us right, and she raised us to accept people no matter who they are, no matter, what type of person they are. That doesn't define them. Their choices don't define them. So for me, I feel very blessed to have a family who will accept someone that I love, no matter who they are, no matter what they look like, no matter where they're from. At the same time, too, I feel conflicted sometimes just because I think that while I know my family is very accepting, no one else in my family has ever been with anyone other than a white guy or a white girl. I come from a straight white family, basically. So I think sometimes that's hard for me, because people in my family, or even my friends really, are not as passionate about other cultures or other people or meeting people who are different than me as what I am. And so I think sometimes when opinions are voiced, even though it may not be meant in a derogatory way, I tend to take offense to it, or it kind of bothers me, I guess would be the best way to put it. Simply for the fact that, to me, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter who you love. You are who you are, and that's what's important. So while I cannot imagine the struggles of having a coming out story and having to tell your family, especially if they are very unaccepting of being gay or trans or whatever, at the same time, I feel like I can understand some of those conflicts as well, because oftentimes I get stereotyped as well, just because of the people that I tend to be attracted to, or I tend to like, or I tend to be friends with. But I do feel very blessed to have a supporting family in my decisions, as well as my friends. So while I am straight, and that obviously has been much easier for me, I'm sure, than for a lot of you. At the same time, too, it has the same struggles as what, the LGBT community can have as well. So